that focuses on bachelor and master's programs. Talks in English to international students who come here to study with us. And that, of course, also means that we will have to have, or we have to have a substantial number. Just please take a seat and be quiet. If you just come in, the best advice is to sit down and be quiet right now, please. Thank you so much. Right. Can you please take a seat now, because I'm in the middle of a presentation. Thank you so much. Now, those of you who've been here the whole time, will you give them the advice about on-time management later on, please? Because it is a little annoying, isn't it? Right, so what we're going to do is, now we've agreed that you will be studying at the International Department of Faculty of Higher Education of Niels. We've just talked about you being part of 2,000 international students who come here to study with us. And I was about to say that, well, that means that we have 6 city campuses. That's a little bit bragging, I know. Because it actually means that we have 6 different departments, but they're all within walking distance. Because we believe that it's important for you as students to be in the center of Copenhagen, but we also believe in exercise. Happy smiley faces. So that means that we actually make sure that you get to see all of the lovely buildings that we have at the Faculty of Higher Education. So you will find already when you start next week, when you have all the workshops that you're required to have that I'll talk about, you'll find that you will need to move from one building to another. And there is, of course, a trick, which is looking at the first letter in your schedule. Because the first letter will either be H, B, or K. There will be an introduction to that later on, but trust me on this, you will want to check very carefully so that you don't show up at Fisketorvet when you're supposed to be at the H building. Because then you'll need to run. And even though they're only 5 minutes away walking, even in high heels, it still is 5 minutes. So please check it. Now, we're very, very proud of being Niels. It is so that we are such a large educational institution in Denmark with the high school departments and the other programs that we run, that every single family in Denmark has at least one family member who has studied at Niels. That's a lot, right? It's also a lot for you to have to learn to write Niels, because it will be part of your new email address, yes? And the spelling of the name Niels, which is not new, is quite complicated, I know. That's why we make sure that you get to write it over and over and over again every time you log into the email, yeah? Because he is very, very important to us. As an educational institution, we have a very clear objective and a very clear way of teaching. We believe that the purpose and the reason that we're here